Good day everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, Dakong Away. And at this time we're gonna be showing to you how to print a letter to multiple recipients. Like if you can see on the screen that I have a sample letter here, that there are also parts of as if this is the real letter, but this time I'm gonna show you, as what I said, that if this is just an example, and if you see this screen here, if you see the letter on the screen, that I have this date, and also I have this address part of the letter, and then this this part here, and as I'm gonna be printing this, if I want to print this, I can only have the printouts, which is only one page. But what if it's an invitation letter and I want to send it to many people? Like probably if I could make this into 10 people, I could just change the names and the possessions and his address. But if that's only 10 people, what if I want to send this letter to 100 people, or probably thousands, or even million? So it's quite really laborious to change all this and print this one by one. But there's a workaround to make this easier, even though even you want to have this letter be sent to hundreds and even thousands, even millions of recipients. So the Microsoft Word has this feature, and what I will do, I'm gonna show this to you how, so that you could probably, if you make a solicitation letter, you can make this. It's just as easy as I will show it to you. So what we will just do is just to have this, change this part here and this part here, and all the letters will be printed out as what you want it to be. So the first one is you have this sample letter. Actually you really need to have this part here, start Mailmerge. So if you see this drop down arrow, so you can see another menu. You have the letters, email messages, envelopes, labels, directory, normal Word document. But since I already have this, so I'll just show you is change this. But if you have yours, you can make it, you can start it here by making, like for example, if you want to have if you want to make a letter, so just click this one. And actually if I don't have this one, so you have the blank document ready for you to be ready to type anything as your letter. But since I already have this, so I'll just go to select recipients and type a new list. If you don't have the new list first, new list means new list of recipients. That means you have, if you click this one here, you can see this window. So you have the title, first name, last name, company name, address line 2, city, down to states, zip code, country or region, home phone, work phone, and even your email address. Because you can also send this to many recipients by using their email address, and you can send it to them. But because I'm just going to show to you, just like sending a letter to multiple recipients, but through probably hard copy of letters, and then send it to many people, as many as you can. But in this time I'm gonna show this to you, and we have this title. Just type title, Mr. or Miss or whatever, then first name of the person. Let's say this is just an example as what I'm showing to you. And then do you have yours if you want to have it. And then I have the like DVP and address line, probably like just this is just for me. You have yours and address line 2. Address line 2, this probably, if you want to have this address line 1, this could be a street or whatever, because there are also companies like some of the companies, if they want to have the letter sent to many people, they use the company name, even the position, and even also the address, and even the city, if you want to have it. Address line 2, and because I just escaped that one and have this part here, Cebu City, because we don't have a state in the Philippines, we don't have it. So just like zip code 6000 and country or region, I'll just use the Philippines as a region. Then home 1 2 3, this is just an example, 1 2 3 4. Then work phone is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, and email address is just a dummy, so you can have it yours as a formal for your formal letter. And if you want to have more new entry, just add new entry, then miss. So since it's john123@gmail.com, so I will just give you the 3 entries for your address list, since this is just an example, but you can have it as many as you want. And just add, as what I said, just add new entry. After having your entries, you can also use the tab for this part here, after you have like entered the fields data. So here I'll just click OK, right? But you can also have this, if you want to delete this, you can just like highlight that one and then delete the entry. Or you can also have the customized columns if you don't want, as what I did. I don't have this address line, I just have to highlight this one, click this part here to highlight the field name, and then delete it, since it's not necessary in my part. I have the address line, I don't have the state for my data, so I just have to erase that one or rename it if I want it. Since this part here, zip code, country region, home, blah blah blah, these are the field names that I have my data, so I don't need to erase that one. But there are, like what we did here in our, okay, I'll just click this one here, company name, then OK, and then I have to type the what is this, the database name for my address list. So I'll just click sample address list. It can be LACCDB or MDB, it's up to that one, but since I have that existing address list, a sample address list, same file name, or file name for my database, so I just use address list since it doesn't exist yet. So that's it, and then save. So remember that it is like save in a document folder, and then my data sources. So if I want to find it, I have to, like this part here, select like this one. Since we already have done the making of our address list recipients, so I can use this one here. And it is since it's a default folder, so the Microsoft Word takes us to this folder, and our file name is address list, and here it is, right? So this is a default folder, and the Microsoft Word gives us this default folder so that we could find it, but we can still specify where we should save our address list or our database for our recipients. And since we have this, so I could just highlight this one, open it, or double click this one, and I already have this as my recipients. Okay, so if I want to edit my recipient list, I just have to click this button, edit, and then there it is. Okay, and since I just have to, because we want to edit this one, look at this data source, this part here. So it has a list as our database file name. So it's the path is shown as it is, like this one here. You see that one, and then highlight this for you to have this edit button being enabled, and then click this one, and you have that one. And since we stopped and we just wanted to customize our columns, because like this one here, as what I said, manager, there's a title here, or position, but in our address list, recipient list, there is no, like it's only title, first name, last name, and company name, and address line, but it has no position. Like before this part here, we just want to have the position field name so that we could insert it and we could put data in it. So you just have to, as what I said, click this data source here as our database, and then edit, and then we have that one. And customize columns. Before you can customize the data source, it said here you must save or discard any changes. Do you want to save the changes you have made for this data source? Yes, yes, and then add. See, add here, add button for our customized address list window, and then type a name for your field. Like we want to have the position field name, and then okay, type it, and then okay. If you see here, title, position is here, instead of, it has to be after the last name, but you can move this one, move it until where you want it, because I want it before the company name, so I just highlight that one and then move down since it's on the top. Or if you want it, we can also move up, but because I want it to be after the last name, so I just highlight this and then move down. If you see this one here, so the position is already after the first name, move down after the last name, and that is what I want it to be. So okay, and then you have the position. And because Arnold Smith, I want to have it as if he's the manager, and Martha Smith as the accountant, and John River as the like general manager. Okay, and then if I'm done with that, if I'm happy with that, so I just click OK. Then do you want to update your recipient list and save these changes to address list? Yes, of course. And then you have the company name, position, and zone, and so forth. And then click OK. So what we should do is we just have to erase this part here, and we will change it as if we will put the automatic displaying of our database data of in our the data in our database in every field names as what we have done. So I'll just erase this one, erase this, and then I need to put the address list in this part here. So what we should do, there are two in my part. I will just say that there are only two ways. First one is this one, address block. Remember that you need to select the recipients first if you are done, because we are done doing the typing of our address list, so we just use an existing list and then click our address list so that this would be highlighted, and this will be called when we want to display all the data in the field names and the field in our database, all the fields that have the data in our database, as if just like this one, address list will be called. So either you highlight this one and then open, or you can double click it, and then as if nothing happens, but there's something happening there. And if you my first workaround is this one, address book. You just put the your cursor where you want to put your address block. Everything that you have entered in your database, in your field names, will be displayed in here, since this is the address block. So I just click address block, and then I have this my another window. So you can specify address elements, insert recipient's name in this format as it is highlighted, or this one, whatever you like, you can make it. But because this is a formal letter, so I'll just click this one, and then you see that one here, this part here, Mr. Arnold Smith. This is the preview of all the recipients, all the list, all the address, all the data in our recipient list. You can have this to be so that you can see what's next. That's Martha Laurel. So if you still remember, same in your database, you have this all this data, then 3, and that is the last one, since we only have entered 3 data or 3 records. This number represents the number of records. You have the second number, first record, second record, and third record. So you have all this, and then whatever you can see here is what you can also see this part here. Okay, so just let all these defaults be as it be, and then okay, and then you can only see the address block, this line. But actually, if you want to preview this, you can really see that there it is calling the records that we have entered. You just click the preview results and you can see it. You see? So that's it. So if you want to move that one, just click this part here. This is the first record that the number 1 represents. If you want to have the next record, then you have the look at this one. The first record is Arnold Smith, then the second record is Martha Laurel, then all the all the data or all the field names that you want to be shown is shown here in third one. But what is lacking here is the position, right? Since we really need to put a position here, and the address block default is this one and it has no position, so we will make another workaround. So we just click, since this is highlighted, that means it is active, so we'll just click this one to make this disabled, inactive. So you see the address block. So we'll try to see first name, then the what was this, the company, then the address, then this is the city and the zip code and the country. So we'll make it in another workaround. So we'll erase this, erase, and then insert merge fields. First is, if you want to have the title, you can add the title, then put a space. Just press your space bar, and then you can have the title. Then after that is the first name, then space bar, last name, then enter. Since the position field is on the next line, so we just enter and then have the cursor position here, and then add position, then enter. Since after the position there's nothing follows but the address or company name, then enter once again for us to have the address line after the company name line. Then address line 1, if still remember your data, your records, the sequence of the records in your database, then have the city, and because the city has a zip code and it follows, so we just press spacebar, and then you have the one space, then zip code, and then after that your country. So remember, country, origin, or you can also have your phone number of the company, and that's it. Or whatever, you can also add email address if you want to, but mostly there is no email address for your formal letter, but this is already okay. And then if you want to preview that one, you can really see what is inside your record, and because your record is called your database is called, and your records will be displayed here. But you can only see these field names, but the records will be shown only if you press this preview results button. Then you have that one, you see. So that's it. So if you want to scroll, or you want to move to another record, then just press this arrow button going to the right. Then if you see Miss Martha Laurel, accountant, PNB, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth, then record number 3, that's it, you have it. But you don't need to have this scrolled if you have like 1000 recipients. We only do this because we only have 3 records or 3 recipients. But if it is 1000, you don't need to have this, unless you just want to check if it is right. Then that's it. Then what you will do, if you can only like this one here, you can only see this Mr. Arnold Smith, manager, blah blah blah. Then we need to add this one here, this is Mr. Dine and this is Mr. Smith. So what we'll do is we'll just add this, or erase this one, erase it, and then we'll put a space for that part of the letter, then insert merge fields. Oh, sorry, greeting line, and then you have the dear or to or dear, and then Mr. Randall if you want to have that displayed, or you can spell out whatever format you want to for your greeting line. But since I only use Mr. Randall, and then I also have this punctuation, comma or colon, I can use it. Then greeting line for invalid recipients names, you don't sir or ma'am, sir or madam, you can to whom it may concern. If you are not sure with the recipient's name or invalid recipient's name, you can use this. But because we have this, so you just have, if you see the preview here, then the first record, second record, then third record, it is displayed here as your preview. And because we have it, so we just click OK, then greeting line, dear Mr. Smith. But because you can see the records, because it's a preview, your preview results button is click or active. But if you click this again to make it inactive, then you can only see the field names. So that's it, class. That's it, guys. So if you like this video, please comment below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe for you to be notified if we have another videos like this, or other videos will be you will be notified if we upload videos, or probably if you like the videos that will be uploaded, if you like, if it's still connected to this one, because our channel has a multiple topics, and today we're only showing to you these tutorials on how to send or print a letter to multiple recipients. So if you want to print this, finish and merge, edit individual documents, you can just click this one here, print documents, and then if you want to print just the current record, or because we have this first record, only that first record will be printed. But because we don't have, if we want to have all the records be printed out, we just click the radio button all, or from what records you specifically want to print, you can also specify here, and it's up to you. And then click OK. Since I have this, then I click OK. Then if you see here, I have to do not forget to specify the correct printer, because probably you are already done with all the process, but after all the process, and the last step is you cannot make it is not printed out, because the printer that is shown is not the printer that is active, or the printer that you are using. So specify here, and I have, since I have the Canon G2010 series, then I just have to click OK. Do not touch anything here unless you specify page, what page, and then number of copies of that page, of that record. But if you want to print all the records, just click all. And then if you want to have the number of copies for each record, since you are going to print, since you want to print all the records, and if you want to print every record with multiple copies, you can specify here. But if you only have one copy, just let it be one copy, and then click OK. If you want to specify the page, what page or what record or number of copies, then specify it here. But mostly we just have to click all, then one copy in each record, in each like page of our letter, and then click OK. Then after that, you will see that it is printing. Since my printer is offline, so I only have this. But if my printer is online, your printer is online, then all the records will be printed out, and every page you can see that there are different names. And this is just an example. You can only print 3 pages, 3 records, 3 address or recipients. But if you have hundreds and thousands, you can really do it. You can make it by doing the steps that we have. So guys, thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for watching, and may you can find help, and this this gives you a great little help, so that you can also make any letters and send it to multiple recipients. But everyone, do not forget to like if you like this video, and share it to others if you like it, and please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. But everyone, thanks for watching. As what we always say, God's way is the best way, and God's time is the best time. Bye everyone, thanks for watching.